Hi there folks, welcome to Heart and Hands post-match video report from this afternoon's match between Rangers and Fraserburgh. You might notice that neither of us here are David Edgar. He's got a well-earned day off today.
Just get the glamour-tised, mate, that's just what it is.
More rotation in the Heart and Hand ranks than there is in the team, certainly to start off the game with, but it all worked out well. 5-0 victory for Rangers this afternoon. Cyril Dessers with the hat-trick. As well as goals for Clinton Nsiala and Ross McCausland. I think 5-0 was about the minimum that we would have expected from this afternoon. And on top of that, you would want to see some young guys getting some action and playing quite well. And we did see that from guys like Finlay Curtis, Zach Lovelace, Clinton Nsiala obviously as well. So in that respect, you can't really complain that much. However, we're Rangers fans.
I think, if you look at it from the manager's point of view, you'd say that all the, minimum ticks were ticked off today. Even he said in his post-match presser that he would have liked more goals today. We should have got more goals today. I mean, it could have been 4-5-0 at half-time. We did kick up a notch in the second half. The finishing improved anyway, and we got the goals that we deserved. It is a bit of a damned if you do, damned if you don't kind of game, because you're expected to win. You're expected to win handsomely, and you don't get any plaudits for it. If it goes the other way, then it's historic. It's one of the worst results in Rangers history. But there's things I'd like to have seen more. I'd like to have seen Leon King get more minutes. As much as Finlay Curtis and Bailey Rice, they got a good half hour. I would like to have seen maybe at least Bailey Rice starting the game today. It was Fraserburgh home. I think if you can't start these players in these games, when can you start them? If you can't start them in these games, what's the point of being here? That might be a wee bit overly harsh though. I mean, as I said, it was a good enough win today. Enough of the boxes were ticked and we're through the next round, which is, all that really matters. And wee bit of confidence for some of the first, the established first teamers that were playing today for when we go to Old Trafford on Thursday and beat Man United.
That was certainly the feeling after the game was done. It was straight into
Especially when we heard that they got beat again today.
That certainly helped. Although I think our opponent versus Man United's opponent, easy between.
You can only beat what's in front of you.
You can only beat what's in front of you. That's right. I think we've done what we've needed to do. We've got ourselves into the next round. The alternative to that is an absolute catastrophe. So, the manager's done that, and he's got the younger guys involved. So difficult to feel too.
Yeah, it was very cold today. That was definitely.
It was a bit warm.
That's the coldest I've been at Ibrox for ages. I can't remember last time I was that cold at Ibrox.
Yeah, but
it's cold in January. I know that's going to be a revelation, but yeah,
exactly that. But I don't think there's anyone that's necessarily played a way into the game. I think that lineup is pretty much set. I wouldn't say, and I don't think that the manager afterward was really suggesting anything otherwise. Obviously, a lot of the talk will be about Cyril Dessers for getting the hat-trick, for getting the captain's armband toward the end of the game. Just a very interesting thing that he had said in the aftermath of the game when asked about whether he expects Dessers to stay beyond this month, and the manager very much saying, well, listen, if you were to lose a player like Dessers, then you'd have to replace him. I think you can read that one or two ways, and I think the way that you read that will depend on what you want. But in my opinion, I think he's saying that on the basis of it's not in our immediate plan that we would want to sell him unless we've got someone lined up to replace him. I'd be very surprised if we were to go as in on a striker as what we would need.
Yeah, I don't really agree with the manager there. I think if we can sell Dessers this window and get, close to the amount of money that we spent on him back, then I think you take it. I don't think you necessarily need to look to replace him this window for what we've got there now. And the league campaign's a write-off. We're not going to win the Europa League based on if we bring in a striker or not this window. And the cup is what it is. Again, I don't think bringing in a striker wins you or loses your cup. So if we can get rid of him, if we can get good money from him, I'd be taking the chance to do that.
Yeah, no, I get that, and I'm sympathetic to that way of thinking.
I can understand the manager's thinking as well. The manager's always going to say that, though, like,
you always take these things with a pinch of salt, I think, is a thing. Well, so we'll leave it there for there. Happy to have got the win, happy to be through to the next round, and now it's on to Manchester United. So thanks for this afternoon,
you're
Dave.
very tall, like you're actually leaning against the wall here, and you're still towering over me. I'm not a short guy either, so he's just a very tall man.
What are you going to do? Anyway, thanks again, folks. Speak to you later.